This is gonna be way more than I thought.
Hi, I'm Gabby, and if you don't know me, I inherited a ton of vintage from my grandma, who was a vintage collector her whole life, and I thought that I would find out exactly how many pieces that I had by styling them every single day for a year, but I did that and I still had a ton left over. So today, I'm gonna go through each and every one and count them. This is gonna be quite a feat, and we're also gonna be getting rid of a ton of pieces, so comment below, how many do you think that we have right now? Hello everyone, happy December. Today I'm here in my bedroom, as you can see. Let me set you up and give you some context. Right here behind me, I have some pieces from my personal collection, and then I have another closet of my personal collection, and then I have Grandma's personal collection, and then we have the storage unit. If I had to guess, I would say maybe like 500 pieces in our vintage collection, but I want to know for sure. I've always wondered exactly how many pieces of clothing there are. Note, I'm not going to be counting like jewelry or shoes or purses or any accessories because that would be like way too much. The moral of this video is that we have too many vintage pieces, which means I am going to be partnering with Whatnot, which I'll get more into later in the video, but essentially I'm going to be clearing out a ton of true vintage stuff, things from like the 1900s through the 80s, even earlier, some like 1890s pieces. So if you love vintage, then I am gonna be selling. We'll talk about that soon. Well, let's get started. Starting with blouses. 1, 2, 45 blouses. I'm not gonna do this for everything, but I think it's interesting. These are little blouses. I have like 8 of them that belong to my great-great-great-aunt Stella, who was a secretary in the 30s and 40s. So she would wear these little blouses under her victory suit. Let me show that. Right here. Which was actually considered like a little bit masculine, so you would wear these like cute little delicate shirts underneath to make them a little more feminine. Okay, I'll keep going. Jackets. 26. I also have some of these drawers. So I just found like some vintage sweaters in the drawers. We have 26 vintage sweaters. All right, we're moving over to the dress closet. This is where the gems are. This is one of my favorite pieces in the collection. It's so pretty. This little collar is called the Queen Anne collar because it kind of like sticks up a little bit like fancy Renaissance-y. So dresses alone, there are 82. Well, in my personal collection alone, I have 252 pieces. Okay, let's go to the crazy part. We're off to the storage unit. Okay, so I'm here at the storage unit. You are not ready for the amount of clothing that is in the storage unit. This is it. Okay, so now that you've seen this, take your guess. How many pieces do you think we have? Got some music on. Okay, 1, 2. So cute. It's like a little 1940s or 50s house dress. They were made of cotton, so they would be easy to wash. This is going up for sale on my Whatnot. And this one. I didn't like this one. Grandma loved it. She repaired the buttons, and it's the most gorgeous like 40s dress. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, you guys. These were made by my great grandma, who's still alive, by the way, in the 80s, and they were made with like little puffy paint. These are going for sale. All right, third rack, we're on 99. Is this a pajama top? Or is it just, it's super cute. And this teeny tiny little junior's dress. These are the stars of rack 3. Okay, so we have rack 1, rack 2, and rack 3. We still have so many to go. We made it through the 4th rack and we're at 120. This, what is that? It's like, it could be Edwardian or it could be like 30s. Cute. Super mega antique blouses from like the 1890s or 1910s.
I sat on a stool at the bar.
140, this beautiful blouse. This one is the best rack yet. We have, this is a little 80s dress, but we also have 1920s and 1930s. This is an amazing piece. Look at these sleeves. Like, do you want to guess what era this is from? It's got like a little bustle. So maybe between like 1869 and 1889. We just have this, what? These are the things that I always feel like a little weird about. totally 1920s or 30s to wear little animals. Oh, $266. And this rack is like all menswear stuff that I think is so cool. This is $311. I know people think this is obnoxious, but I love this. Do you want menswear? Okay, $375, and these are little baby clothes. Also, did you know that like little baby boys wore dresses until, okay, $439, and these are men's disco shirts by the brand Nick Nick, which was incredibly popular for like nightlife. And also, I think it's so funny because polyester was considered like work appropriate. You could dress it for work or you could go out and party in it. I think these are so funny. Oh, I like that one. We're on the last rack here. Okay, this is bad lighting. This is our final rack. Our final two pieces here. Don't these look like little like uniforms or flight attendant things? I think they're so cute. Okay, how many pieces do you think are in here? And before we go into that, I'm gonna talk a little bit. Gabby from the future here. So now that you've seen everything in our collection, you will understand why we can no longer hold on to everything. And although it is emotional, I'm so excited to be selling on Whatnot, which is a live selling platform. So if you have never experienced Whatnot before, it's like if you bought something from me on Poshmark, it's a little bit like that, except for these are live auctions. A lot of things start as low as $5 and then you can bid on them, as you see here. And something that I really love is that it is broken up in categories. So if you like video games or Pokemon cards or like streetwear, you can do that. Of course, we are here for the women's true vintage, and it was really important to me to be able to share stories instead of like putting them into a description of some photo that you may or may not read, because Grandma and I are not vintage resellers. These are literally just pieces that we've collected over the years, and I want to be able to share the stories with you and to be able to engage with you and hear your questions and to see who's purchasing these pieces because they mean so much to me. So I'm going live on December 16th at 12 p.m. CST. You can pop on in at any point and I'm going to be giving you a $15 credit. So all you have to do is use this link. You can use it in my shop, you can use it in other people's shops. Like I said, they go 24/7, so you can go on at any point in the day. Most of the things I'm listing are going to start at $10, and I'm actually going to be giving away some of the accessories like hats and shoes and purses that you didn't get to see in this video because I didn't have enough space, because I really want to get the vintage pieces into the arms of people who love them. It's way less important to me that I like make a bunch of money. Let's just like hang out and have a fun time. 506 pieces in here alone. 506 pieces in storage and this many pieces here for a total of, I didn't count Grandma's collection, but I'm gonna guess that it's somewhere around 300, so I'd say we're close to 1,000 pieces. That is so much more than I thought it would be. We've got to whittle that down. So this is Gabby's Vintage. I would love to know what kind of vintage content you are interested in seeing. I post shorts every single day and you can follow me on all of my platforms. All that's left to say is happy holidays and I'll see you December 16th.